Hello and welcome to the Driving Maul European Champions and Challenge Cup quarter final predictions. I'm Paul, the guy behind Driving Maul, and thank you very much for joining me. So first up, before we get into this, this video is brought to you by Driving Maul. Yeah, that's me. I'm sponsoring my own post. So I don't get any advertising revenue or stuff for this, so please, if you'd like to support me to do more of these, do become a patron of Driving Maul. The link is above if you're watching on Twitter, or in the notes below if you're watching on YouTube. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, and that would help me produce a lot more of these and run more rugby chats for you. So please, if you like these, do that straight away. Also, do make any comments during the live video or afterwards in Twitter. Always good to have a rugby chat. So this weekend we're heading towards the pointy end of the season, and all the internationals and all that kind of stuff are out of the way, and it's just domestic action now, and all the players and teams will know that each game could define their season from here on in. So in the Champions Cup we kick off with Clermont hosting Toulon, the two big French giants facing off against each other. Clermont have been definitely the better of the two sides this season, but have dropped away a little bit recently. Toulon being a bit hot and cold, and really question marks are arising around the kind of setup and whether the coaching they've had previously have been good enough. Obviously with Ford and Cockrell, they're now at in a much better place. Still, I think Clermont at home will be too much for them to overcome, and I'm going to Clermont by 7. Then for me, tie of the round, Leinster hosting Wasps. So top of the Pro 12 against top of the Aviva Premiership should be a cracker. Wasps have done well over in Ireland in recent years, but let's be honest, the Irish provinces have had a resurgence this season. With that in mind, I think I'm going to go for Leinster at home by 3, but that one really should be the one. If you're going to watch any game this weekend, get looking on that one. Munster host Toulouse. This really is a European aristocracy through and through, isn't it? Two of the sides that have won this competition more than most others over the years, and really could be a tie from any. You'd see that kind of these sort of tie from any time in the last, well, however long this competition's been going for now. Munster have been resurgent. There have been rumours that Rasmussen is heading back to South Africa at the end of this season, which may be slightly destabilising. Toulouse also haven't been great this season in the top 14. So I'm going to back Munster though for this one at home by 5. Saracens then host Glasgow Warriors, so the cream of the crop from from the Aviva Premiership and Pro 12. Saracens, after a bit of a dodgy patch during the internationals, had a wonderful win last weekend, and Glasgow will have all their internationals back as well, the ones that aren't injured, which will be so this one again is another one that could be a really good game. Saracens obviously reigning champions, and it's hard to look past them, so I'm going to go for them by 7 points at home. So yes, that's 4 home victories I'm backing, which is kind of fairly standard at this stage of competition. Home advantage can be very crucial. Moving on to the Challenge Cup, which definitely during the pool stages is a bit of a lottery, but a lot of the teams that start to take it more seriously when they get to this level. Of course, it does depend on the states of their squads and whether they're in relegation battles or not generally, but that isn't going to count for all of these, as you'll see when we have a chat going through them. Bath host Brive, and Bath really had a bit of an embarrassing game last weekend against Saracens, and so will really be looking to get themselves back on the horse here with this one. So I'm backing Bath to beat Brive by 7. Obviously, we also have the French travelling thing, how they generally don't travel very well. So that's whether I'm going there. Edinburgh host La Rochelle. Now, this one could really come down to how serious are La Rochelle taking this competition. They are top of the top 14 unexpectedly for most of us. No, I don't think anyone pre-season had them in that kind of situation, and are going really well. Do they have the squad depth to compete in this as well as that? Do they decide to sacrifice this to further their top 14 Who knows? Edinburgh, though, really aren't that great a side, languishing down in the bottom half of the top four, so the Pro 12, and really haven't shown much. They are better at home than away, even so, I'm still going to back La Rochelle because they really are the form side, potentially, perhaps possibly in all of Europe at the moment. Gloucester host Cardiff. Now, Cardiff flattered to deceive early on and have slipped away. Gloucester, it's just been another one of their kind of middling seasons in the Premiership, but Gloucester do seem to love this competition, and I've not gone back through the records, but they always seem to be there, sort of in the finals or semi-finals of this, and I think we're going to see that again. So Gloucester at home by 5 in that one for me. Finally, Ospreys versus Stade Francais. Now, Ospreys lost to Treviso, wasn't it, last weekend in the Pro 12, but there were a bunch of rested players. Obviously, they have a lot of internationals in that side, so I think they were lining themselves up for this game and want to have a good crack at Europe, even though they have damaged their Pro 12 chances with that particular fixture, which they should obviously have won. Stade Francais, really in all sorts of turmoil. Players going on strike. Are they going to be merging with Racing or not? Now, obviously, that's off the cards, but that's going to have had a destabilising effect on the squad, and they hadn't been going well beforehand. So Ospreys by 10 for me in that one. So, thank you very much for listening and watching my European Champions and Challenge Cup predictions. If you enjoyed that, please do share it with your friends. And if you're watching on YouTube, give it the old thumbs up. Comments below, much appreciated. And obviously, look at the link in the title to support Driving Mall, or in the notes below, from as little as $1 a month. I really would appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. Enjoy whatever rugby you're watching this weekend. I will be at Eden Park for Blues versus the Force. So if you're there, do give me a shout. Cheers, and I'll be back tomorrow, probably talking about sacking of head coaches and DORs. That does seem to be pretty prevalent this season.